Hi, my name is Bill and I'm a college professor in Dallas, Texas, and I just wanted to tune in today to say Happy Taco Tuesday. I mean, not only is it Tuesday and tacos are one of my favorite foods, but also taco has a new meaning, which I'm sure you've heard, that Trump always chickens out. And then Taco Bell, Caroline Levitt, Bell with an E, stands in the podium and tells all kinds of interesting stories that have very little bearing on anything that's truly happening, while Tulsi Gabbard tries to find some way to get Trump to pay even the slightest bit of attention to any of the top secret presidential daily briefings that typically took anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour for President Biden or President Obama, and now take less than a minute when she can get him to do one in the Oval Office. The news is full of Trump's doing this and Trump's doing that. And you know what's really interesting about that is he's not doing anything. His day starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. His schedule is a matter of public record. I will post a link to the president's daily schedule, and you can search it by month. You can go back and see former presidents as well. Trump's schedule starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. He played golf on Saturday. He played golf on Sunday. He had no public events on Monday. Last week, he had one public event where he went and spoke for an hour and a half to a bunch of steel workers. The rest of the week, no events scheduled. So essentially what President Trump's schedule consists of, he gets up at 11, once a week he has lunch with the vice president, and maybe he goes and plays golf, maybe he goes and speaks somewhere for an hour, but most of the time he's just not doing anything. It's probably because he's up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on Twitter tweeting all kinds of crazy things that gets the media distracted, which I think is the point. President Biden is dead and he's been replaced by a clone. We're renaming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Maybe next we're calling Mount Rushmore Mount Trump. I don't know. Something crazy that has no bearing on the truth. Or maybe it's him making a deal. Remember, 90 deals in 90 days? We've made no deals. And today, he chickened out on the Iran deal that was supposed to keep them from enriching uranium to the point that it could be used in intercontinental ballistic nuclear missiles. And he caved on that. The shock of no one. But meanwhile, I want you to know what's really happening. The Heritage Foundation wrote Project 2025. And the people who are a part of that foundation are quite busy dismantling our democracy. The news is not covering this, and the reason the news is not covering it is because journalism is largely dead. I used to be one. I know it died. And instead, they send him out to tweet something crazy that makes no sense, and the news goes, "Oh my God, did you see what Donald Trump tweeted?" Instead of paying attention to what the Heritage Foundation is doing. I encourage you to look behind the scenes. Look at what's happening in North Carolina. Look what they tried to do in Wisconsin with the Supreme Court. That didn't work. North Carolina is now redistricting to make the state more MAGA friendly. This has already happened to a great extent here in Texas. Harris County has 6 million people in it, more than the bottom 5 states put together in terms of population, and has no say in state or local elections. This is what they're doing behind the scenes. So while everyone's talking about Trump, I want you to ask yourself, what's the Heritage Foundation doing today? And I'll be here for you because that's what I'm watching, and we're going to talk about it. In the meantime, enjoy Taco Tuesday, and as always, thanks for watching.